What's up, gamers and collectors? Got another video for you today. Do my NES collection today. So the first stack of this is mainly just shitty sports games and karate games and that kind of stuff. Every NES collection has them. So you got Wheel of Fortune, MLB. I try to go, there's only 2 games in this whole stack that have shitty labels like that, and at some point I will be replacing Wheel of Fortune. Not to say that these are shitty, but they're not my favorite by any means. Got Karate Kid, Kung Fu, and Karate Champ. I want to say it was this one or this one that I enjoyed a lot as a kid. I'm going to go ahead and assume it probably wasn't the LJN one. Don't judge me. Sesame Street 1, 2, 3. I don't know if and which one day I can somehow find all the super rare games cheap. I'll need this in the collection too. So you got Bandai Golf, John Elway's Quarterback, Tennis. Surprisingly, that was before they put Mario and everything. Track and Field. This is the triple pack with Mario Duck Hunt and Track Meet. So I think these are uncommon but not rare. Family Feud. Track and Field 2. Baseball. And there's the second game with the messed up label. So all I know is this is Bart Simpson's Space Mutants. I don't know if that's the actual title. So damn you 80s kids ruining labels. Shadowgate. I just got this from Retro Game Treasure. Apparently it's like a cult classic, so maybe I misjudged it, but I did look up that box, and I'm gonna do a video on that next about my definitive answer on which Video Games Monthly or Retro Game Treasures is what you should be getting. I'll talk about which one's which and, you know, pros and cons. So apparently this is a cult classic. I might actually give this a shot at some point. Skate or Die 2, also in the Retro Game Treasure box. Russian Attack, Bugs Bunny, and Crazy Castle. Joust. This is a HAL game, so I wonder if this was one of the games that Iwata worked on. Like, this might be one of his first games. I have no idea. Could very well likely is. And Yoshi. Mickey Mania. Alpha Mission. So this is an SNK game, which is kind of weird to see on NES because they had the I'm not sure when the Neo Geo came out, probably after the NES. Fester's Quest. And Friday the 13th. Ghostbusters 2. This is a terrible game. Either that or I just was really bad at it, but I'm pretty sure it's terrible. WrestleMania Challenge. Captain Skyhawk. I just got this a little bit ago. It's kind of like a shmup, but not really, if that makes sense. Still don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm not even going to try. But this is a pretty cool game. I did play this the other day. I played both of them. This kind of reminds me of Metroid without actually gathering items, or at least maybe to the part I got to, you didn't have to gather power-ups yet. Boy and His Blob, Trouble on Boblina, I don't even know. Cool game. They redid this for the Wii. I'm not sure if it was fully remastered or just up-resed, or I'm not sure how they exactly did it, but Mock Rider. So usually I take stickers off, but this is clearly, at least looks like a Nintendo sticker, and yeah, trademark of Nintendo, so I saw that on there and I figured why not just keep it since it's actually a Nintendo sticker. RC Pro-Am, I remember playing the crap out of this as a kid. There was a point in time where I was really good at this game. dodging the oil slicks and getting the power-ups and all that stuff. I'd like to see them bring that. Well, I guess it's too long on the Wii U to bring out something like that. But if they were to bring out like an eShop game, just like a top-down view, on the NX or the Switch rather, and just driving around on there, and like a smaller, like portable version of it on the NX, but like with better graphics. I think that'd be a pretty cool idea. Skater Die 1, and here's the good games in my collection, so to speak. Kirby Adventure 1. I remember, this is probably one of my favorite NES games. I remember playing this at a babysitter's house and just like loving it. So that is where my love for Kirby came from. Probably Kirby might be one of the bigger collections out of all the generations of Nintendo stuff that I always buy the Kirby games. I just always do. Zelda 1. Got this from Video Games Monthly. It's the gold cart, so it's a little bit more uncommon, I think. Zelda 2. And that is the gold cart. And this is Codename Viper. Weird game. I remember I got this with my NES. I got my NES when I was 12 or 13, so it was like 2002 or something like that. So I mean, it had already long since been out, but I got the NES and like 15 of these games for like $20. It was ridiculous. Game collecting used to be so cheap back in the day. I kind of hate that it got expensive, because I blame it on scalpers a lot too, but it does suck that it's expensive, because you used to be able to get all these for like $5. Platoon. This was another one of the games that came with my NES back in the day. Really good game. The graphics are really good on this for an NES game. And Sunsoft, so whenever you see Sunsoft, you know it's a good NES game. Tetris. Can't really have an NES collection without that. Silent Service. I don't know much about this game, but I want to say Ultra is a subsidiary of Capcom, or they were back in the day. Because I think Nintendo had a rule where you could only make 3 NES games a year, which is really stupid, but maybe if Nintendo wasn't so dumb back then, developers wouldn't hate them now. Dino Wars. This is an interesting game. Not a lot of people talk about this. I think it's pretty fun. Graphics are pretty good on it, too. Bandai, so... Star Voyager. It's okay. The infamous Batman game. I enjoy this, but it is definitely NES hard, as they say. I haven't gotten very far in that. I've had that for, I don't know, damn near 17 years probably, and I never got that far in it. Superman. Got this not too long ago at my old job. They were cleaning out the storage upstairs and let me have it, so I was like, yeah, I'll take it. Double Dragon. Radon Building Bay. This is like a chopper game, like a shooting chopper game, I believe. It's been a while since I played that one, though. Urban Champion. This is the first one? Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1. And here is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. I thought I had the third one, but I guess I don't. Need to get that, because I have the fourth one also in my Super Nintendo collection. Super Dodgeball. Weird game. Fun game. One of my favorite series of all time. Metroid. Super Mario Duck Hunt. Super Mario 2. Super Mario 3, and this is the only NES game that I actually have the manual for. My friend found that in an attic in a place he was renting out one day, and I was like, yep, I'll take it. So earlier when I mentioned that $100 bundle that I had gotten, it had DuckTales in it, just the first one, but still awesome game. It's not that it's rare, it's just that everybody wants it, that's why it's hard to find. And this was one of the ones that came with my NES when I bought it. So needless to say, I played Mike Tyson's Punch-Out a lot when I was younger. I really love this game. This was another game that I remember playing when I was younger that came with my NES. Really fun game. course, that is Mario, but I don't think in the game they actually say Mario. I'm not sure. It's been a little while since I played it. We got Super C. This was another game that came with my NES. I played the crap out of that. Only Contra game I actually own, though, unfortunately. I would like to get some other ones, but they are getting pricey. Bubble Bobble. Really fun game. Pretty sure the second one is like DuckTales 2, where they're just ridiculously expensive, but this is really cheap. I think this is, I want to say 20 or less, so definitely worth getting. And I have the Game Boy one too, which is also a really fun portable game to bring along. Just like one of those games you can play in like 10-15 minute spurts and put it back down. This was one of those other games that was in that $100 bundle that I got. Darkwing Ducks, good game. Also, sort of on the more expensive side. Not expensive, but, you know, not something you're going to see in a retro game store either, because they don't want to buy something like that. Tiger Halley, this is a really good game. I forget what YouTuber recommended this, but this is like a $5 game, but it is a shmup. It's a helicopter shmup. It's a really good game. Definitely recommend picking that up. Some of my more favorite NES games. Not good at them, but I do love them. The Ninja Gaiden games. Ninja Gaiden, however you want to pronounce it. That's Ninja Gaiden 1. Ninja Gaiden 2. I don't have the third one because the third one is a little more pricey. I want to say it's sub $100, but it's not far off from $100. And Blaster Master. This is a really cool game. The first time I played it, I wasn't expecting you to be in a car driving around, because I was like, there's no reference of a car on this cover, because I don't have the box of the manual. But they did make one on the PS1, and I'd like to one day find that too. I don't think it's too expensive, but... And of course, no NES collection is complete without a Game Genie. But that's my NES collection for now. Peace out for now, gamers. See ya.